think we're good.
All right, we're good?
Yep.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Hash Time podcast. I already fucked it up. All right, what a great start. It was supposed to be Hash Time Sports. I guess that's what we'll go...
Time football.
Yeah, I fucked it up twice.
What other sport am I ever going to talk about?
Yeah, I messed it up twice. So overall thoughts, are you happy with the Jets draft? I've been talking to you about this. I already know the answer.
Yeah, I think the Jets probably had the top three draft
Yeah.
in the NFL. Well, I mean, you really it's easy to improve when like you're not that great of a team talent-wise.
Yeah, when everything you pick helps.
Yeah. But I think our motto, or Joe Douglas's motto for the draft was best player available, and we definitely did that.
Yeah, I think
we
you
did
definitely
that well.
Yeah, you definitely did. Your first pick, I mean, my top 3 tackles were off the board at that point, so you just go with the monster.
Yeah. I like him. I liked Becton better than Wirfs.
Yeah, I did too.
So
Wirfs was kind of clunky whenever I watched him play.
I think Willis was basically the fan favorite for every team who wanted a tackle.
Yeah.
Thomas was probably the safest pick out of all of them.
Yeah, probably.
And
just because he's been
definitely has the most upside.
Yeah, just because he's been good for so long. I think that's kind of their draft philosophy, and it was the same thing with Daniel Jones, because they had the choice of him or Haskins, and I think it was kind of the same thing where Daniel Jones started 3 years, but looked worse, and I think that was the same thing with Andrew Thomas. He's just been so consistent for so long.
Yeah.
And I don't remember where I read this. It could be completely wrong, but they said like the determining factor, and generally if someone's going to be good in the NFL is time played at college rather than statistics. That's why the Dwayne Haskins thing didn't pan out.
I never think statistics tell you.
I know you hate statistics because Sam Darnold's your quarterback. You wouldn't like statistics.
Well, I mean, if you look at Sam Darnold's and Daniel Jones' statistics, they're basically the exact same.
They're the same person.
Nah.
They're both a little weird looking.
They're all fugly.
Yeah, a little bit. I have stats down for Andrew Thomas. He only allowed 5 sacks over 3 years, which is pretty impressive considering he never missed a game.
Yeah.
And he only let up 1 sack in 2019. 37 total pressures on 1,075 snaps. And good old Pro Football Focus gave him a 92.4 grade. We love Pro Football Focus.
Gotta love Pro Football Focus.
Gotta love them.
Obviously.
Ugh.
You know, those guys.
They're so slimy. I hate them.
Yeah, they're not good.
Did you see their mock draft video?
Yes.
What was it? Chase Young didn't go till like number 5 or 6.
Just stupid.
Yeah,
was it Herbert number 1?
Herbert was not number 1. No.
Oh, it was not. I know it wasn't Burrow who was number 1 though. Something.
It wasn't.
There was something that made me go like.
Was it the Giants picking Henry Ruggs?
That was something.
Yeah, the Giants were supposed to pick Henry Ruggs 4th overall. They said that would have been the smartest pick for them. No, I disagree.
Yeah, especially picking a receiver that early. It's never really a good thing. I mean, Calvin Johnson was picked really early, and obviously he's amazing.
Yeah.
But
who did the Jets pick really early in one draft?
Gotta be a little more specific.
Ugh, fuck. Damn it. Just
what
sound
position?
Like a wide receiver.
Early in the draft?
I thought they drafted someone like second overall, and he turned out to be...
Keyshawn Johnson?
Yeah, him.
Yeah. That was a while ago.
Yeah. I have a story.
That was also a little before my time. I mean, it wasn't before my time. I think it was like...
How old was that? Because I remember you said it
like
once.
2001 or something.
I have a story here, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, God. This is going to make my whole thing crash. Oh, boy. All right. You know what? I'm going to close this out. So hopefully, as this thing continues, I can look to get a better computer. And now my notes are gone. Hopefully through this, I can look to get a better computer. But right now, I can't have that many things open. So I'm going to go back to my page. But the story basically is that after Andrew Thomas got picked, Joe Judge asked him or he was just talking to him, and he said he was excited to get here, and he said, "Yeah, I'm excited to win the Super Bowl." And Joe Judge is like, "If you ever talk to the media, don't ever talk about Super Bowls. Don't talk about predictions. You come in here and you just put your head down and work." And I thought that was really
That's
good.
Yeah.
I thought that was really
That's
good
what you
coming from our coach because we had, oh my God, I hate Pat Shermer so much. Just no balls, no emphasis on anything he ever said. He always just sounded like a 13-year-old kid. He was like, "Yeah, it's whatever. Saquon's out. Yeah, it's whatever." He just had,
You know what? That's the New York media does stuff to you. Like, what really bothered me with New York media, they hated Odell no matter what, and they're doing the same thing with Jamal now.
really with Jamal? Oh, because he said he wanted to trade.
No, he never said those words ever.
Oh, well, that's what I've been
But
seeing.
like, exactly. He's talking about Dallas because he grew up in Dallas, so that's like irrelevant.
Yeah.
I mean, and he said what trade deadline. Joe Douglas like picked up a phone call doing like his job.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you're not gonna like, hey, it's the Cowboys. Let's not see what they want.
Yeah.
And Joe Douglas said you have to blow me away with like 2 first-round picks or something.
Yeah.
Something for Jamal, which is like respectable.
Yeah, you'd have to give
And
him
then-
a crazy high price for.
And
I
then
don't think it's
Jamal's-
arguable.
Yeah.
He's the best safety in the league.
Yeah, no. Definitely. And Jamal said if he would get traded anywhere, he would like to go to Dallas because
Well, obviously.
he grew up there.
Mm-hmm.
But also Dallas fans thinking they can pay all that.
Yeah.
No. But anyway, let's get into the draft.
Yeah.
We're going to do Giants or Jets first.
So we went over the first picks. I have the Jets players here, so you can just go.
Okay.
I know you're very happy with the next pick.
So Becton was a great pick. Filled a need. Honestly, people thought his pass protection wasn't good, but there was a lot of people like you can't be that nimble and that big,
Exactly.
and this is gonna be fine.
Yeah. His run blocking was really his only concern because I don't know. Whenever he got to the outside, he would always just like push people over, which is cool. It looks good on highlights, but
Awesome.
that's not going to work in the NFL. You have to actually like get around and secure the edge
Well,
so
yeah.
your running back can run behind you rather than just laying dudes out. It looks cool, but it's not going to work all the time. But his pass
It's not
blocking,
gonna work as
yeah.
much as it will in the
In the NFL.
NFL as it was in college. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's no player on the defensive side of the ball that's 360 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for a nose tackle,
Mhm.
and they're not going to be over there.
Yeah.
But Becton, A+. Any tackle, I would give them an A+. I wouldn't have been happy if we got Judy or something. I would love it. It would have been so exciting. But it'd be stupid if it would be. But it'd be stupid because the Jets' second pick, Denzel Mims
Yeah.
from Baylor,
You guys got pretty lucky with this one.
traded back to get Denzel Mims.
What pick was he?
59.
Who did you guys trade with? The Seahawks?
The Seahawks. They traded up for, I think, a tackle. Oh,
Probably
defense?
some terrible pick because the Seahawks drafts
I
are
mean-
terrible.
No. Maybe. I don't know.
No, they're bad.
They did a lot of... I think they did a lot of trades, too, this time. But we got Denzel Mims. Basically a Brandon Marshall clone. Just
Ridiculous.
his knock on him is his route running, and he drops passes.
Yeah.
And the drops passes thing's that's not like a thing because that was in 2018. And then this is the only stat I'll use probably talking.
Mm-hmm.
He had a better catch percentage than Judy and CD, I saw. I think that was Pro Football Focus too, which
Ew.
yeah, that's
Stop.
But Denzel Mims, 6'3", ran the same 40 times as Julio Jones. Basically, the combine was identical.
Actually?
The only difference between Julio Jones and Denzel Mims is Julio Jones is like 15 pounds heavier.
Yeah, he's a big boy. But yeah, you
Yeah.
guys got an absolute steal here. I saw
Awesome.
someone's pro comp was DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, and that was, I think, purely just because of how they run routes. They run routes
Yeah.
very physically.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably going to get a lot of offensive pass interferences.
Yeah,
'cause
I saw that a lot.
It's not really push-offs. and he didn't get called for it in college.
Yeah, but it is.
But it's the same thing.
It is a push
That
off.
it's like hand battles, really.
Yeah, I guess. No, but they'll definitely call it because I was watching.
Well,
his
they don't call it for
one-on-ones.
DeAndre.
I was watching his one-on-ones, and
Yeah.
I saw it a lot. He was just throwing dudes all over the field, which is great. He's ridiculously strong. I would pull up his draft, but my computer would crash. But oh wait, no, I thought he didn't do. A lot of the Jets players didn't do a whole lot at the combine.
What do you mean by that?
Like Becton didn't do anything else except the 40
Oh, no. I didn't even look at that.
because he was on
I was
steroids.
just excited. I was just too excited. Yeah, it could be. I mean, 90% of the NFL is on steroids.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Supplements are. You don't get as big as Saquon without
Yeah,
taking something. That's just me being
But-
lazy and not wanting to work out.
I guess. But Denzel Mims, the way he, like, people that say you can't run routes, using your hands and running routes is so important and so underrated, and no one ever talks about it enough, and he masters it. And another thing he's fantastic at is high pointing the ball.
Uh-huh.
Like, he's not just tall and can jump high. He waits for the right time to jump in the air, times are right. You know, when you're a receiver and you put your hands up, the DB knows, like, oh, the ball's coming. He waits till the last second, reaches out. He's a good player. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. No, that was I was so jealous when you got him because
Everyone was.
I'd heard about him before. I hadn't
Yeah.
watched his tape, but I watched highlights of him. He was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
You know who's super jealous of those? Eagles fans.
Yeah,
They wanted
well,
him so
I am
bad.
so happy with the Eagles draft. Taking
Well, Viga.
taking Jalen
good.
Hurts in the second round. I love
Yeah,
it.
that's a little weird.
I love it.
But Jalen Rieger's not bad.
Rieger's not
he's
bad, but I
a
don't think he's
burner.
as good as Mims.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
now. All right, and then third round pick, Austin Davis from Cali. I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard that, I was like, "What?"
This dude
'Cause it's
sounds
a
like a
safety.
surfer.
He does sound like a. He definitely. Have you seen the videos of him cliff jumping?
No, I haven't.
Does like a triple backflip into like off a cliff. Dude's living life.
Yeah, let me just get myself really hurt before the draft. It's a good idea.
No, it's awesome. But Austin Davis, safety.
I think it's
was like,
Ashton.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Definitely Ashton.
It's spelled Ashton. Stop saying Austin.
Alright. But safety, he played cornerback.
Yeah, what role
So-
is he going to play? Because you guys have May and Adams.
Well, today I heard the news from, I think, Schefter maybe? I don't know who I saw it from. May is on the trading block.
Oh,
And that's not what you like to say.
that's
I love
not
May.
good. He's very
mean-
underrated.
He's very underrated. And everyone thinks he's like always injury prone. He missed one season.
Yeah,
Relax, people.
chill out.
but-
He missed one whole season. It's fine.
Austin Davis,
Ashton.
Ashton Davis from Cali, super rangy, super fast. Play in the middle and get to the sideline to sideline. So
Mhm.
I mean, May can do that too, but I'm pretty sure that he can do that a lot better. Ashton Davis, he could definitely do that better.
Yeah. What round was May picked in?
He was in the second round,
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
early in the second round.
What were some of the
Yeah, but-
knocks on him, like Ashton Davis?
His knocks. Well, there's no way Ashton Davis would have fallen to the Jets if it wasn't for coronavirus. Because the doctors couldn't clear him.
Oh, he had it?
No, he didn't have it. He had hip something with his hip, I think.
Oh.
And he was fine. He ran, but like they could only do like one test at the combine.
Yeah, he did bench.
So probably scared the other teams away.
Yeah.
I mean, that worked out for us. Super physical guy. All of his teammates and his coaches, his nickname was Day One in
Really?
Cal, because they all thought he was going to go in the first round.
Oh.
And he was super respected by everyone. Said he was the smartest player they've ever played with. So I honestly didn't even. I knew who he was because I knew he was one of the top safeties.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know when I saw him. I was like, more because I wasn't looking for the Jets to get a safety. I'm happy with it because he can play corner,
Yeah.
but he would play more nickel corner, which is also fine because you have Brian Poole on one nickel, like on one side. You can have Alshon Davis on the other side.
And you guys are also going
And
to
also,
start.
you just rotate him.
You're also going to start Bryce Hall this year, who we're coming up on.
I don't know if they might. I don't know.
You don't think they're going to start
He's-
Bryce Hall?
We'll get there.
All right, next pick.
The next pick, no idea how to say this guy's name.
Jabari Zuniga.
There you go. Super explosive. First step and all that. Fast. What the Jets need, because all of the pass rushers, Jordan Jenkins, power. He's kind of stiff. You're seeing bull rushing people. That's really about it.
Who?
He did get 8 sacks.
Oh,
Jordan
yeah.
Jenkins.
No, I read the scouting report on Jabari. They said he was pretty much just that, like that
Fast.
he had no bend.
I did see that he didn't have bend, and I didn't watch all of his tape.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But his bend, like his first step, is great. He is fast.
Yeah, he ran a 4.64.
Explosive. Oh, did he? I didn't even look at the combine.
Yeah, I have all the
Just
notes
fast.
down.
Dude was good. But also an injury risk. And also a lot of Jets fans scared of Florida edge rushers because of last year's draft.
Oh, wait, who was that?
What was his name? Oh, Polite. Joshy
Polite.
Yeah.
What a what a
I
player
don't-
that was.
I mean, I liked the pick last year because, like,
Yeah.
but I mean, then he was like, nah, I don't want to do that football thing.
And then he
I
got
was like,
cut.
Okay, that's cool. I've never heard of a player getting cut. Who you draft getting cut before you even. I don't even know if he played preseason.
No, he played
I forget.
preseason, I think.
Until probably like the third game or fourth game, whenever those cuts are.
Yeah.
He may have even been cut before that. I don't know. All right, the next pick was a running back, Lamichael Perrine. I cannot say this guy's name.
P.
And his
Ryan?
brother,
I heard someone call him P. Ryan. I thought that was really
I know,
funny.
that's right. No, it's definitely P. Ryan because his brother is in
Oh.
the NFL. This mom is crazy. Whoever named these kids wanted to be exotic. Samaje is his brother. He played at Oklahoma.
Oh, wait,
Remember
Samaje
that guy?
Perine. Wait, was he on the Redskins?
Yeah, he's on the Dolphins now.
Oh.
Yeah, not too good in the NFL, but he did have a 400-yard game at Oklahoma one time. So that was pretty cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
all
that's the
purpose or
record,
just
I think.
rushing?
Rushing.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But Jabari, that's just a guy. He's not going to be a starter. I mean, he might be. I mean, I don't really know. But he's just going to be the backup.
Yeah, more of a
We might-
rotational.
They just might bring in Bilal Powell back because they're not similar because Bilal Powell is explosive, but he runs hard like Bilal. He has good vision like Bilal. And there's actually a video of him running over Jamal Adams. And he has
Oh,
a
it was
lot of
that guy.
experience too. Yeah,
Yeah, you told me about that.
a lot of experience. He'll definitely get a lot of snaps this year,
That's good.
especially with the Jets running back room. It's just Le'Veon, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
And next pick was Morgan, the quarterback, which is fine.
Did you guys address O-line in this draft at all?
O-line, we got Becton. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm retarded. My bad. Oh,
No, we
wait.
did. With
Oh,
the pick
boy, I
after
can't say
that,
that
we
word.
got. The pick after that, we got Cam
it's
and
not a good
Clark.
word.
Yeah,
When did you get Bryce Hall in the 6th round?
5th. We had a lot of 4th-round picks.
Oh, okay, that's why. I was like, when did you guys get Bryce Hall?
So Morgan, just a backup player. He has a big arm, smart guy. Just a guy to watch film with, really, for just a guy, smart guy.
Mm-hmm.
You watch film in the film room. It's good for the locker room.
Yeah.
If you're noticing, every one of these players the Jets drafted, all team MVPs at one point on their team.
Really?
They're all, captains on their team or something along those lines. Just high character guys. It's what Joe Douglas likes.
Yeah, that's good.
Next pick was Cameron Clark. Tall guy.
How many picks
Gonna
did I
move him
miss?
into guard.
Didn't have your last
Yeah,
3
moving-
guys.
Yeah, he's from UNC, and he was also the team MVP.
Jeez.
So I like it, addressing the line, adding competition there.
What was
He'll
he, a guard?
Compete. He played tackle, and he played guard, and I think in the NFL he'd play guard.
Oh, okay.
But he's going to be competing with Van Rotten. Probably he's not going to be. He's not going to be competing with Alex Lewis. Alex Lewis probably has the job from day one.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Winters, he's probably going to get cut anyway. And yeah, it would just be him, and it's just a competition, really. He'll be good depth too for later on, because I'm pretty sure Van Rotten's contract's only for like 3 years, but it's really just front loaded, so you can get rid of him like next year if he doesn't pan out.
Yeah.
All right, and then the pick that made this whole draft, Bryce Hall. He was the highest graded corner in 2018. Crazy good. Play in the slot, can play outside, play off, whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's great. Physical, blitz the quarterback a lot. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Dude's
Right here,
awesome.
we're gonna show a play of Bryce Hall almost getting to the quarterback, but instead, I think doing a backflip. I don't remember. It was
Yeah,
just
I
the
don't
play where he jumped in the air and. But that was the one thing that surprised me was because he's not a huge dude, and he's able to get to the quarterback so fast, and
Yeah.
like get through tight ends and offensive linemen. So that's always a good thing to have. That doesn't take away from his coverage, which is pretty great from what I saw. He can get a little bit lost in man sometimes, I've noticed, but in zone coverage, he's very solid. I didn't see
Yeah.
him give up a whole lot, and that was one thing I noticed is that quarterbacks really didn't like test him
That's true.
a whole lot.
They well, I mean that's always a good thing if you're a corner.
Yeah, exactly.
The less time you hear your name, the better.
Yeah, was he injured?
Yeah, that's why he fell.
Oh,
Another
okay.
coronavirus case, well, not case, but like reason that he fell so far. Doctors can't get like
They
you can't do a
couldn't-
physical.
Yeah, they couldn't confirm him.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's a great pick. He'll probably like play a lot of snaps this year.
Mhm.
It's a little weird because you also have Ashton Davis,
Yeah.
who will play in the slot.
Mhm. But-
Bryce Hall could play in the slot
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
want.
But it's
So-
always good to have competition like that.
Yeah, so Ashton Davis would definitely he was gonna be in there for dimes packages and all that, and Greg Williams loves playing around with players.
Mhm.
But the Jets also have Bless Austin at corner, Pierre Desar, who's going to be the cornerback one. Well, besides Brian Poole, but the outside cornerback number one is
Mhm.
Pierre Desar. And then the last pick of the draft for the Jets, we traded to get Quincy Wilson. How he's going to do, I have no idea. But I mean, former second round pick, trading for a sixth round pick.
Oh yeah.
I'll take that.
I saw that.
I'll take that every day. It's just getting him in a new system,
Mhm.
playing with Pierre again.
Yeah.
He had a good first 2 years, I think it was, and it was a bad last year. Adds so much competition to this group.
Yeah, that's
Brian
good.
Poole is definitely a lock.
Mhm.
Pierre Desar is a lock. Cornerback number 2 is going to be great competition between Bryce Hall, Bless Austin, and Quincy Wilson.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm actually excited to see what you guys do with your secondary because your back,
Yeah.
your safeties, you're locked up. You have Adams and maybe May if he makes it to the season, and if he doesn't, you have Ashton
he
Davis. Corners are a little trickier because in the past, you guys since Revis haven't had like that.
Since Rivas and Cromartie, it's been D. Milliner we tried. That obviously every Jets fan is
Mhm.
cringing at D. Milliner. But there was this weird guy, Marcus Williams, that he had like 6 picks one year. And he was like the 4th string corner. It was weird.
Oh, yeah.
And he was just gone the next year. It's 2015. That was a weird year.
I don't know if the Giants just have a Marcus Williams, but I remember his name and I don't know why.
I don't know. The Jets also had a different Marcus Williams.
Oh yeah, and
There was a
then
different Marcus Williams in the league.
who did you have recently? Who you made the highest paid corner in the league?
Trumaine Johnson.
Yeah, that was a good
No
one.
one wants to talk about that.
Nobody wants to talk about Tremaine Johnson.
See, that's an instance where stats lie a lot. Had like
Yeah.
4 or 5 interceptions last year, but anyone who watched the game would know he was just complete awful. He was just
was not very
terrible.
good. Yeah.
No.
All right, was that it?
And Darryl Roberts was gone. Yeah, so
That was it for the Jets draft.
yeah. So we got starting left tackle,
Mm-hmm.
starting receiver. Hopefully, he's definitely with the Jets receiver room. We're looking at. I mean, I don't know if Quincy Newman's even gonna play football this year. You got Perryman. He's gonna be out there.
Yeah.
Crowder in the slot,
Mm-hmm.
and then you finally have someone who can run, because Perriman he can run routes. I don't know if he has the whole route tree.
Yeah, he's a burner.
He's definitely a burner. Mims is also a burner.
Mhm.
He ran a 4.3 something. He doesn't really play like that.
Who, Mims?
But yeah,
Yeah, he might just have fast 40 time.
yeah,
No, I saw him play
But-
pretty fast.
yeah. I mean, he plays fast, but like when you see a 4.3 guy, you look at like KJ Hamler, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, and they're really
that
fast.
guy's fast.
Yeah.
So that's a starter. He's gonna be a starter. I'm just gonna say it.
Mhm.
Austin Davis, he's gonna get a lot of snaps. If May goes away, he's definitely gonna be a starter. But he's just that's a good pick, despite of what I thought of it at first. Zuniga, whatever his name is, Zuniga, probably rotation.
Yeah.
If that's I don't know what's gonna go on with that. A little high risk. Pro 9's definitely gonna get snaps because we don't have much running back depth. Morgan's gonna get 0 snaps, hopefully,
That's a
because that
quarterback.
means Sam was injured. Yeah.
And then he'll probably get a lot
Cam
of
and
snaps.
Clark. Oh, whoa. There's been a lot of Sam Darnold hate recently. I've been seeing on Twitter for no reason.
He's ugly.
No reason at all. He's not that ugly.
He is.
And Bryce Hall, just I don't know what's gonna happen there. There's a lot of good players. I feel like the Jets really turned something around this year. Joe Douglas really did himself this year.
Yeah, you guys had a great draft.
Yeah.
I'd say my overall grade would be A-, just because there aren't that many impactful players in the middle, but I think you definitely got it right with Becton and
Yeah.
with Ashton Davis.
Yeah. Yeah, the 4th round I was watching that.
Mhm.
I wasn't watching the draft. I was just on my phone, just refreshing the page every like 5 seconds.
Yeah,
And we picked a running back. I was like, I mean,
it's nice.
okay, I guess.
It's
and then
nice
we
to
picked
have.
a quarterback, and I was like, I mean, we need that, but like, just like sign Andy Dalton or something.
Oh, I love that. I love it
Yeah.
because
I mean, no, that's actually a good thing for Dallas.
yeah, it is because he's better than Dak.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
All right.
it's just ridiculous.
All right, on to the next. On to the Giants draft. So we already went
Yeah.
over Andrew Thomas. Very, very happy with that. It was very bittersweet because, of course, I wanted Simmons. He can do everything. He's just your entire defense in one player. I loved Simmons, but you have to make this pick. You have to. There's going to be those types of players every year, like those sort of like they
Yeah.
can do it all. I know everyone's saying
Last
like
year
Simmons.
was Devin White.
Yeah, exactly. Like these.
A couple years ago was Jamal.
Yeah.
You know.
Even Jabril coming out of college was like that, where he didn't really have a defined position, but he could do everything. Hasn't exactly hasn't exactly panned out like that. But I'm hoping he has a better season this year. Now, the next pick I was super happy about. Xavier McKinney fell to the 2nd round, number 36 of the Giants. He scares me a little bit because he loves to just put his head down and go hit the running back or hit the receiver. And it scares me because sometimes it'll pay off. Both examples against LSU, where one it worked, he ran to the backfield on 3rd down and stopped Clyde Edwards from even passing line of scrimmage. Like, he's a good, secure tackler and he hits hard. But other times, LSU is down in the red zone. He puts his head down, dives at Clyde Edwards. He spins and runs in for a touchdown. And it's those kind of inconsistent plays where I get a little scared seeing him out on an NFL field. But there's definitely more upside than downside with McKinney.
Yeah.
He's a playmaker. He just very instinctive, knows where the ball is all over the field, makes a break on receivers very well, and he's fast. He didn't run a fast 40, which I'm actually glad.
But he plays.
He plays
fast.
much faster than his 40
he
says.
definitely does.
Another thing I like about him, he's a threat to take it back whenever he has the ball. He sees the field very well. So a few pick sixes. I don't have the exact number, but I know I saw more than one at Alabama. Oh, wait, I have it right here. No, it wasn't. 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown. That was last year.
And in total of the past 2 years, he had 10 turnover worthy plays, like forced fumbles.
Oh yeah, that was another
interception.
thing I saw. Like whenever he hit, he always puts his head on the ball. That's what I like.
Yeah.
And I think we're building a good secondary with a later pick I have coming up. But yeah, I like McKinney. I think he's gonna pair
McKinney's
well
good.
with Jabril coming out this
Mhm.
season.
Both guys can do basically anything. I mean, I don't know if Jabril can play in the middle of the field as a deep third.
No, he's
McKinney can.
yeah.
McKinney can
McKinney's definitely
probably.
more of that like playmaker on the
Mhm.
ball. But no, Jabril's more of like a box safety. But what I liked
Yeah.
about McKinney when I saw him, he was always directing plays. Like he always knew the role in the defense. He knew what they were doing, and that's what you like to see. Kind of getting a leader like that.
I think the Giants, their thing was they wanted the best like just day one starters.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what they wanted.
They
Like,
took best
sure
player
as
available,
hits.
but
Yeah.
yeah, these are definitely
Um,
safer picks. I would have been upset if they got Grant Delpit because I'd rather have a guy that just puts his head down and like just throws his body, not necessarily throws his body, but like is willing to make contact rather than Grant Delpit, who's just gonna like, I don't know, just try and dive for them and not really put a lot of effort into the tackle.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, was Moss on the board there? Gross. I mean,
Gross Mata.
Some-
Yeah, he was. I was a little upset that we passed on him. We didn't get any pass rush.
that was something I was like, I thought I wanted the Jets not to trade up, obviously. If he fell to the Jets, I was like, oh, that'd be nice and fun.
Yeah.
It was like one of the only defensive players I would have been
Mm-hmm.
okay with the Jets drafting there,
Yeah.
besides a couple cornerbacks. But yeah, I thought the Giants were for sure going to take him
Mhm.
because he kind of plays like Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yeah.
He's just long.
I was hoping for either him or AJ Epineza.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, I can't really be mad with a guy who's going to come
No.
in and start.
McKinney's good.
Yeah, I was very happy with that. Third round pick.
Tackle's a little high, but that's coachable.
Yeah. Matt Pert out of UConn. I actually
Yeah.
liked him a lot because I was just doing a ton of research on tackles before the draft because I knew it was either that or Simmons what we were going to go with. And I ended up looking at Matt Pert. Really, really solid technique. His only concern is play strength because he's not the biggest dude. He's 6'7", but he's only 318. I mean, not only. That's still a heavy dude, but he doesn't play super strong. He's not like barreling guys over, but he's very sound in pass protection and run blocking. I always see him making contact, getting the end or the D tackle out of the way and making it up to the second level. And that's what I really like to see. He actually has the longest arms. I was surprised to see this. He has 36 and 5/8 inch
God.
arms.
It's a wingspan.
Yes. He is a freak. He's 6'6". He's an inch shorter than Becton. And I'm happy because we finally addressed the spot that we haven't for so long with Thomas and Pert. Eli was just getting murdered behind that offensive line for years, and Daniel had to suffer through it the same way Eli did in his first year. Hang on. Someone's... What? Can you not yell? I'm recording something. Thank you. Of course, I want to do a podcast, and this is what's happening. Where was I on? What was I talking about? Oh,
no
Eli
idea.
getting leveled.
Oh yes,
Mhm.
my favorite topic.
Yes. Yeah, you know all about that with Jamal just stealing the ball from Daniel Jones and
That's
running
funny.
it in for a touchdown. Yeah, I was not happy about that. But I went back and I watched all 18 of his fumbles, and so many of them were just Nate Solder being a revolving door and letting the
Yeah.
defensive end smash him. Because let's be real, if the ball is just behind your head in your hands, you can't, you're looking to throw. You're not focused on the defensive end. I mean, that's him being a
Well,
rookie. He doesn't have pocket presence.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
He could step up or something
Yeah,
like that.
he-
I don't know what specific plays you're talking about, but
Yeah. No, it was
going
just,
on, like,
I saw a lot of them. Like, I saw a lot of
Yeah.
just the same thing, but one that really stood out to me was Nate Solder against Khalil Mack, which already you know how that's going to turn out. He's completely perpendicular to the line of scrimmage. His hips are, like, facing the sideline, which is what you don't want to have. You want to have your hips square. And Khalil just puts one arm out, hits him right on the shoulder. He turns around, and then he just, like, destroys Daniel's arm. And while that's happening, the whole offensive line is getting pushed into his lap. I'm not making excuses for a lot of his fumbles because a lot of them were just really bad. Him not protecting it when he gets out of the pocket. But it's just fumbles like that where you're getting leveled by these dudes who basically just have a free shot at him because getting around Nate Solder apparently isn't that hard. So when you have a rookie quarterback who's just suffering back there, like I felt bad for him. Everyone was like, "Oh, there's I hated it because that was like his knock. That's why people were saying he wasn't a good rookie. Yes, he had a lot of fumbles, but he also did a lot of things well. And I'm so happy we addressed it. Even if one of them doesn't work out, I think Thomas will. Pert might be a little bit more of a project. As you can see, I'm very pent up about Daniel Jones and his fumbling problem.
Well, that's something that you can fix. Sam Darnold had terrible things in college with fumbling, and he's only fumbled 3 times in the NFL.
Actually?
And one of the times was like on a handoff he gave to Isaiah Crowell, and they marked it as a fumble for Sam, even though Isaiah Crowell just fumbled it.
Yeah, I saw.
I don't know the exact number of fumbles he's had, but it's compared to college, it's like nothing.
Yeah, relatively low. I saw one, and so much of it, not so much of it, it was just one. I'm being picky. But there was one, they called a jet sweep on a guy who we brought in from the practice squad in Green Bay, where it's, or maybe it wasn't in Green Bay, I think it might have been at MetLife, but it's snowing, and they decide to call a jet sweep with a dude who's never played on the team before, and he hands it off and he fumbles it. Because the dude he doesn't know how to do a jet sweep. He's on the practice squad. Why would you ever call a play like that? I'm so happy Pat Shurmur is gone. I was ecstatic.
Yeah. Well, we know, I feel like if the Jets lost to the Giants, maybe Adam Gase would be gone.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, it's
thank
fine.
you for winning
I'm
that
fine.
game because Shurmur's gone, and I can't thank you more.
Yeah.
Next pick, I can't remember if Lemieux was before or after Darnay Holmes. I'm very bad with remembering the draft.
Darnay Holmes was first.
Darnay Holmes was before him. Yeah, he was in the 4th round.
Yeah.
I was so happy with Darnay Holmes
Yes,
because honestly, his only real knock was that he's short. He's 5'10". He's not a tall dude. Realistically, you want 6'6'1" for your.
But
corners.
you've seen corners play that short before, and really the corner, I saw him tweet this himself. Antonio Cromartie said he set the standard for tall corners. There's been tall corners before him.
Yeah.
But he likes to believe it was him, which is cool.
Yeah.
I guess.
That he's a.
But
little...
he is tall and also he was good.
Yeah.
He was great.
But
Can't keep it in his pants, but you know.
yeah. How many kids did he have? 9?
11.
Jesus Christ. Putting Phillip Rivers to shame.
Oh. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, but
every time he has to do it, he has to have a kid. It's, you know.
Yeah,
That's
whenever I watch Darnay play, like he never stops on a play, and that's what I like about him. He's got a super high motor, and he's not afraid of making contact, like actually getting in and tackling people, which is a problem that we've had before with our slot cornerbacks, specifically Grant Haley, who couldn't cover with a shit. But Darnay Holmes is coming in. He realistically is going to play slot corner, which is basically its own position in the NFL at this point.
Yeah, it's
You need to have a
so
very
many different things.
you need to have a very specific skill set to play
So underrated.
slot, and I think he fits all of it. He's aggressive. He's good at stripping the ball. That's me just talking about one play where he chased a dude down, knocked the ball out in the end zone. But it's something you like to see. It's something you like to see, that aggression and that awareness, and to not give up on the play. That play was so, like, I was really impressed with him when I saw that. I wasn't expecting him to be that fast. Someone said he was like the fastest corner in the draft. I don't know if that's true or not, but he chased this running back down, running full speed, and he knocked the ball out in the end zone, and he recovered it. Aside from that, he's just great with coverage. He can move his hips really well. His ball tracking's great. I mean, honestly, I didn't look into much of his weaknesses because I just wanted.
That's just not fun.
Yeah, no, it's not fun.
Just makes you sad.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine a problem for him was going against taller receivers, obviously, because he's 5'10". But I don't think he'll have to worry about that playing in the slot. He'll be covering quicker guys, which he can match up well against. I was super happy with the Darnay Holmes pick. The rest of the Giants draft just was. We picked this guy Lemieux out of Oregon, great run blocker. Just can't really pass block. He might be a year 2 guy, and might compete to play center a little bit. But for now, I think he's going to stay as a rotational guard, or maybe not even see the field at all this year. After that, we took. Who the hell? As you can see, I'm well prepared.
Cam Brown
Yeah, him.
from Penn State.
Oh god, this is what I'm talking about. This keyboard is very loud. Oh yeah, Cam Brown out of Penn State, then Carter Coughlin, Minnesota. T.J. Brunson, who I wasn't too excited about, out of South Carolina. Chris Williamson, cornerback, probably won't make the roster. And Tate Crowder was actually a guy I was surprised even lasted that long, because he was in contention for the Dick Butkus Award. Obviously didn't win it, but there's like things coming out that he's like the most relevant Mr. Irrelevant, because he's actually not that bad of a player. I don't have any notes on him, of course, but
I don't think there's been one Mr. Irrelevant player.
Who's been good?
I can't think of one.
Well, maybe he
I don't
could
even
be the
know
first.
anyone's names. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, hopefully he can be the first relevant dude.
All right, so
Free
that's the
agency.
Giants.
What?
That's the Giants draft.
Yeah, that's pretty much the Giants draft.
How you liking it?
Overall,
I like the beginning.
the beginning. I'm very happy. It kind of trailed off. We just got a lot of depth at linebacker. We didn't
Yeah.
really get a starter.
I don't really know much of the names.
Yeah,
down
exactly. Cam Brown.
there. I just know their college.
Cam Brown. I mean, the fact that I didn't even know his name right now shows how much research I did
Yeah.
on him. But I went back and watched one game of his, and just nothing really pops out at you. I mean, he's aggressive,
Yeah.
as all middle linebackers should be, but he's not making like crazy plays. Just a secure tackler, good athlete.
Well, middle linebackers are a hard position to like evaluate because there's so many like
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta know
There's so many things you have to look at.
because you have to know like what Penn State's like run gaps are
Mhm.
and stuff like that. It's just so much.
I was not willing to put in the effort to look that up, so.
Well, like I don't even know if that effort's like. I mean, if that thing is even available
Yeah,
on
it's
like
probably
the
not.
internet. You have to like do it yourself, like hours and hours on film, and that's not even on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of work doing that. That's easier in the NFL to see.
Yeah.
But
Honestly, I'm very happy with it. I would give it. A lot of people are saying B+ because they don't like Andrew Thomas. Well, of course I think.
Yeah, I don't
of
know
course I
why.
think he's the best tackle right now because he's on my team. But I did have Wills as the highest tackle coming out, but I think they just wanted a pure left tackle, and they got it. So very happy. We needed
awesome.
it. It stings a little bit that we couldn't get Isaiah Simmons, but at the end of the day, it's what we
happens.
needed. So I'm gonna give it, I don't know, an A-. I think that's a fair grade.
now, everyone thinks their team is the best, and every player is gonna pan out.
Obviously, yeah,
Every
as
year.
you do. Most of the Giants players are probably gonna not be great. If I'm being honest, Pert probably will be an average right tackle. McKinney's gonna piss me off because he's gonna miss a bunch of tackles. Darnay Holmes probably gonna end up being the same slot corner that we always get, who can't cover down the field. But I'm not gonna think like that right now.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm very positive. Give me 2 players you don't think that's gonna be and it's not gonna work out.
Two
Because
players I think that won't work out.
Can't be. Yeah, they can't all be hits.
That won't work out. Can I count Cam Brown or like T.J. Brunson, or does that not count because they're in
They're
like
just that
the
late.
7th round and the 6th round?
Give me one from round 4 and below, and one from round 4 and above.
Okay, so 1 4 and above who I think won't pan out, probably McKinney, because his over pursuing scares me a lot, and NFL players are going to make you pay for that. College, you can get away with it because you're a better athlete than everyone, but in the NFL, it's a more level playing ground, and you can't make those kind of mistakes. So McKinney, to me, has the highest chance of being a bust. He also has the highest chance of being a superstar on our team, just because he is that.
That's true.
He's such a playmaker and he's such a gifted athlete that yeah, I see him either being a total like an all pro or just pissing me off every week. Four and below, probably Lemieux, guard out of Oregon. Just because I didn't see him do so great in pass protection.
Yeah.
But besides that, I think it was a very good draft from where I'm looking at it now. Having not seen them play in the NFL yet, which is where I'm gonna do most of my judgment because I don't know why I don't like watching college football. Just because I don't have like a favorite team or anything. But yeah, and just looking at all the tape that I have watched of them, mostly in the first four guys, I'm very happy. I'm very happy with what we got this year. It hurts that we couldn't get like a generational player like Isaiah Simmons, but I do think that we got a very solid left tackle who is he's very durable, and that's really what I'm looking for. I can't have my first round pick getting injured like the week he comes in. Yeah. So I'm very happy with it.
So for mine, I gotta make this quick because my phone's gonna die.
Don't let that happen.
Well, I can't charge it and have a headphone in.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well,
we're at like 50 minutes anyway, so we can cut this off like pretty soon.
All right. I'll go Zunga. I don't think he'll pan out.
Zuniga.
Whatever.
Yep.
Tomato. And below that, we'll probably... God, I love them all. I don't know. Maybe Bryce Hall gets out competitioned.
Yeah, maybe.
Obviously, the quarterback's not going to start it. Unless he's Jesus.
I want to address something real quick. This guy that the Giants signed from the CFL, Reeson John. I don't know. I never heard anyone pronounce his name before. He's a wide receiver. They might move him to tight end. That would piss me off because I want him on the outside. He's 6'7", 237 pounds. When I saw that, I was like,
That's a hefty guy.
Yeah, and he's fast too. I think he ran like a 4.5, 4.6, and at that size, that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
So that was just one thing I wanted to add. I was pretty happy when I saw that. Knew nothing about the guy, but you see 6'7", 237 pounds at receiver. You get excited about that. And then I went and watched what little highlights there are. There's no tape of him. What little highlights there are of him online, and I was very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall,
that's interesting.
Yes, I was very happy with that. So overall, very happy with the draft. I think
New York did good.
I think New York did good. Gettleman finally made it out of a draft without people wanting to strangle him. So I was very happy about that. Any closing words on the Jets draft?
If the Jets last year drafted Josh Allen, they would have Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson on the team because they signed Lamar Jackson cornerback, and that would be pretty fun.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
And then you just, call Baker up and be like, hey, you want to be the backup quarterback?
Hey, you want to...
And, he'd obviously do it just for the memes.
Exactly.
He'd do that. He's like that. Josh Rosen wouldn't, and that's why he's not starting.
Poor Josh Rosen.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a discussion for another episode.
Probably not. I don't want to talk about that guy. No.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week. That has been the Hash Sports.
Hashtime Football.
Why am I forgetting this? The Hashtime Football Podcast, Episode 1. See you next week with another episode. We're out. Peace. All right. The audio is picking up. Audio. All right. So that one's working. My levels are good. How's your audio?